Congressman, thanks so much for joining the program. So this is not a surprise to us about the Wuhan Lab leak theory. But then he goes on to talk about that this could happen again in the next 25 years. What is Congress doing to assure what happened in China doesn't come back to America again?
Well, look, not only is it plausible that the COVID was started in Wuhan, it's probable that it started in the lab. It's not like you have a gain-of-function lab around every corner. There are just a few of them around the world, and the fact that this came out of Wuhan. I mean, what was interesting about the whole thing to me was that the depth of how the government tried to suppress the obvious, that it probably did come out of that Wuhan lab. And so what Congress is doing, we created the China Select Committee that's looking at all things China. And I'm sure there's going to be recommendations from this China Select Committee in the future, in the next year, about how we should be treating or our relationship with China on any of this type of research, our relationship with the World Health Organization that apparently is in bed with China, trying to cover up what is really obvious to just about anybody.
Congressman, have we gotten to the bottom of our potential involvement financially to the Wuhan Institute? Because it seems like that part of the story was suppressed as well. What was Fauci's role? Was he warned? How much money was he sending over through his discretion?
Have we gotten to the bottom of it? No. And so we do need to get to the bottom of exactly what that relationship was and why Fauci was so defensive, and why did he put his his finger on the narrative coming out of the U.S. government, especially the Centers for Disease Control, where he actually actively tried to suppress differing points of view, saying that it was probable that virus was actually manufactured in the Wuhan lab. And we had the initial emails, and then all of a sudden those emails kind of disappeared. And what was his hand in it? Why? And how much American money actually went to that lab, and how much America was actually involved in what happened. I'm not saying that America actually released it or it leaked out of there, but America may have been involved in the research that led to COVID-19.
Real quickly, Congressman, this seems to be a potential bipartisan issue. Your colleagues that are on the committee, do you find the same curiosity amongst them as well?
Yeah, actually, I do. Actually, that's one of the pleasant surprises that I've had in this Congress, is that the China Select Committee appears to be very bipartisan. We understand the threat that China poses to the United States. China wants to be the dominant economic and military power in the world by the year 2049. Both Democrats and Republicans on that committee, we understand that, and the existential threat that China poses to us and to our children. Now, what are we going to do about it? We may have differences of opinion on what it is that we need to do about it to protect America and America's future.
It gives me hope that you guys are working together on this. We got to get to the bottom of it. Congressman, thanks so much for giving us some time this morning.